Okay. You ready? Hey Internet, welcome back to another video.
Today, we're going to play the Fumble game.
When I first started YouTube in 2014, I didn't know what I was doing. I was inspired by the content of the people that I was watching at the time. It just seemed like something fun to do. And even as a kid, my main goal was to try to bring people that were potentially watching me the same joy that I was getting from watching these other people. But like I said, I was 14 and I didn't know what I was doing. I was posting random videos that I was convincing my younger brother to help me record.
So, here we go. Oh yeah, I have my cameraman Ghost.
Either call us Noble 1 and Noble 6 or Ghosted Death.
He was 7 at the time, and honestly, it was just mostly kind of a way for us to hang out too. Some of that stuff ended up on my channel. A lot of it didn't. Some of the stuff that ended up on my channel has also been deleted since. But nonetheless, over the years, I've always wanted to stay somewhat consistent with it. That's always been a goal of mine, but I could never really stick with it. Life happens. I thought maybe when I graduated high school, I could be able to put more time or focus into this. I got a job a couple of months after I graduated. I started working at a McDonald's. Worked my way up into management. I had also gotten a girlfriend at the time. That relationship lasted about almost 2 years. And during that time, I completely stopped posting altogether. My life kind of centered around work and centered around her. For reasons I'm not going to get into, obviously that didn't work out. At that time, I had fallen back onto YouTube as an attempt to post similar content to what I was seeing. Again, with the goal to try to be consistent and to potentially help other people who may or may not have been going through the same thing I was going through, but it was coming from a really bad place. My content definitely centered around that. I think I posted 2 or 3 reaction videos that year and 2 songs that I wrote, which I kind of liked the songs. I still sometimes listen to them, but I had written multiple, and I guess those were the only 2 I felt like were good enough to post. But it was content for the sake of helping nobody other than myself, and that wasn't fair. And so I went on a hiatus. I had been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I was on medication at the time, and I just really needed to try to focus on myself. Last year, I had a breaking point with that, which, again, not going to go into detail, or at least here, I'm not going to go into detail. But long story short, I had to seek more professional help to deal with some of the problems that I was dealing with. And because of that situation, it helped me decide what kind of person I wanted to be, not just for myself, but the people around me, the people that I love. I wanted to get better. I wanted to do better. A few months later, I turned 26, and I ended up picking up the camera again a few months after that. And honestly, the amount of joy that has brought me to record these videos has been tremendous. I'm just a guy who works a 9 to 5, comes home, turns on the camera, and records a video. I record like 1 to sometimes 3 hours of gameplay. I edit that down. I try to post every 3 to 4 days. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It just makes me happy. And if there's even one other person in the world who sees this video or any of my other videos and they can get the same kind of joy from it that I used to feel watching YouTube back in the day, then I will know that I helped somebody. That means that, to me, every video that I post or every time I've come back, it's been worth it. It's one of those things that helps me keep going, and I can't apologize enough for the inconsistency that I've had over the years throughout the highs and the low points of things that I've dealt with in my life. It's been nice to be able to keep coming back to a platform like this, and in honor of it being my 12-year anniversary on YouTube, despite my lack of content during that time, I wanted to react to a couple of my older videos, kind of see how I've evolved or progressed through the years, see how my content has shifted, or maybe personality. But before we do that, I also want to say one more thing. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. I love all you guys. Like, y'all are absolutely amazing. Those of you who've watched my content from 2014, those of you who are watching now, those of you who might watch in the future as of whenever this is posted. I'm wanting to post it on May 1st. I don't know if I'll have it done by May 1st. It's currently April 22nd as of recording though. But as always, I hope that y'all have an amazing day and that y'all enjoy the video. Now, I guess the only way to get into it is just getting into it.
Earn to die. Yay.
Already don't like it. Earn to die.
I don't have a
old guy. Well, I guess that's how you get started. Good.
Shaky camera. I remember those days. Clearly haven't gotten any better at video games.
Wow.
So going through the video, there's not a whole lot of commentary. I'm mostly just saying, wow, oh. So not a whole lot to react to. I don't remember recording this specific video, but I remember... I don't actually think this is my first YouTube video. I think it's the only one that's still available on the channel. I don't remember what my first actual video was. I do remember being 14 and my grandfather's computer was in my room on his little desktop because that was his computer room before things happened and we had to end up living there. I remember playing the computer a whole bunch growing up. I used to come home from school and I would play Halo 1 and I'd beat that game repeatedly. But in between that, all I had to play was Adobe Flash games. And so that kind of led me to Earn to Die, Road of the Dead. And that was pretty much the start of my channel. Really shaky camera, really annoying puberty voice, recording like 10-minute videos because from my very limited understanding and from how YouTube worked, 10-minute was like the standard of like gold tier content. That's what you needed, was a 10-minute video. I remember watching this and it being something to do with a reward for the students to be able to prove that they were better than the faculty.
And the teacher's off to a rough start.
What's the quality level of you? I can put it on YouTube and they'll fix it for me.
Yeah, YouTube will fix that for me, right, guys? Quality level, trash can quality. That's what I was working with. What am I working with now? Not much better, but better than that. Bro just asked to borrow a phone for better quality. I thought YouTube was going to fix that for me, right, guys? I'm recording this video on a freaking brick. I eventually progressed from Earn to Die and Road of the Dead to a cool math game. I think at the time, which I don't think the video's on here now, but I recorded like a 45-second video of me scrolling through cool math, all the games from A to Z. And I had a plan back then. I had a dream that I was going to record and post myself playing every single cool math game. Because at the time, cool math was the shit. I'm telling you, back when I was in school, back in my day, it was logging onto the school computer and playing cool math. Fireboy and Water Girl, that was top tier gaming. And then they decided to block cool math games. I've never forgiven you for that in administration of school. I went through a phase of recording quiz videos because I didn't know how to record videos, really, except for from my phone. Didn't know how to record anything on a computer, let alone a console. So all I had was the camera on my phone. First one has the most views. I'll watch this one.
Guys, today this is not a game, but I recommend you actually look this up. Okay? It's actually... I never took the quiz yet, but it's a quiz on how long you would survive.
I guess I had a weird fascination with zombies at the time, too. All my quizzes are zombie-based. I think I have one about what flower I would be and one about whether I would be a superhero or a villain.
Okay, what do I do? I can either invite him in and ignore him. I would probably ignore him or barricade the door. Let's barricade the door. That's actually ignoring him, too. Okay? Walkers are everywhere. You've eaten the last of your canned food.
I'm curious on what I would score now taking the quiz versus what I ended up getting then. And my dumbass didn't know how to link stuff back then or understand the concept of needing to link stuff back then. So now I get to sit here and punish myself in the future having to type in the link manually. That's not the right quiz, BuzzFeed! Oh, it might be. That was posted in April. Well, shit.
This is not a game, but I recommend you actually look this up.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Okay.
So, same website, different quiz, same date of post? I don't understand. Choose all that apply. I like camping, not particularly, never been, but like to go at some point. I can start a fire. I have. I can start a fire from scratch. I don't really know what that means specifically, so I'm just not going to click it. I can start a fire if shown how, probably. Yeah, I have full faith in myself. I can start a fire with a lighter. If you can't, there's a problem. I'm in pretty good shape. I'm healthy. Carry 50 pounds? Yes. 75? Yes. 100? Can I lift 100 pounds? I don't have anything 100 pounds around me. I would like to think that I can. How much do red pallets weigh? They weigh between 60 to 70 pounds, and I can lift those. But 100, I'm gonna leave this one blank just to play it safe, just to have integrity. Fuck it, I think I can. I can cook. It depends on who you ask. I think I can cook. Travis doesn't think I can cook. I can cook over an open flame. I don't see how it'd be different from cooking on anything else. Y'all might need to come for me in the comments on that one. I know how to forage. I do not know the difference between edible and poisonous. I know the difference between edible berries. I do not. I know what poison oak looks like. It's 3 leaves. That's poison ivy. I don't know what poison oak looks like, apparently. I know how to hunt. No. I'm willing to hunt. For sure. I know how to set traps for small game. No. Big game? No. I know how to butcher and clean an animal. I'm willing to butcher and clean an animal. Hey man, the will is there. I know how to farm. I've planted... I've planted crops at one point, like fruits and vegetables with my father. We did have some stuff grow. We did have some deer get into it. We didn't get much out of it. Only time we ever done it. I know how to ride a horse? No. I can walk long distances. Yes. I can run fast. Maybe when I was in shape. I've always had a good sense of my surroundings. Generally. I know how to jumpstart a car. No. Like if the battery's dead? Yeah. If it's asking if I know how to flick the wires together and hot wire it? No. I know how engines work. I know they go vroom. I know how to siphon gas. I know how to suck on a hose to get mayonnaise in an alleyway. I can be really quiet. I'm okay being alone. If you ask my ex, that might be a different... I work best in a group. Depends on the people. I'm willing to eat canned food. Always. I'm willing to eat canned food with no expiration date. Always. I know how to use a gun. Yes. I know how to make my own explosives. No. I know how to use a shotgun. Yes. Booby traps. No. Rifle. Yes. I know how to wield a knife. I'm not going to click that. I've never had to use a knife in combat before. I know that, like, I do quotation marks because, me personally, I don't, like, really know the right way to do it. But some people say you're supposed to hold it like this. Other people say you're supposed to flip it and hold it like this. I don't know. I just work here. I know how to wield a sword. I'm not clicking that box. I've been in fights before. I do not know martial arts. I know how to use a bow and arrow. I haven't successfully ever shot a bow, I think. Except for maybe once. So I'm not going to click that. I know how to use a crossbow. I assume it's much like a gun, but I guess I don't know, so no. Grenade, is that not just pull and throw? I can read a map. Well, I mean, I can look at it. I probably couldn't tell you where I'm at. Or where to go to get places. I might need Google Maps or like Apple Maps or something. But yeah, I guess not. I know how to pick a lock. Not like traditionally through a keyhole, but if I have a card, I can slide it on the lock and open it that way. I've done that. Probably not equivalent to what that's asking. I used to climb trees when I was a kid. I have not ever done that as an adult. I know how to fish, but I can't fish. I'm bad at it. I'm like really bad at it. I used to go fishing all the time with my family, and I haven't caught a damn thing ever. I'm cursed. I don't know how to clean a fish. I don't know how to make a makeshift rod. I can swim, but I'm not a strong swimmer. I can swim across a lake? Probably not. I know the Heimlich maneuver. I don't faint at the sight of blood. I can hike a mountain? Well, I guess, if I had to. Go a week without eating? I've never went a week without eating, but not like I'd really have a choice. In an apocalypse, it's just gonna kind of happen if it happens. Correct me if I'm wrong. Purifying water is just boiling it, right? Am I wrong? Catching the evaporated water into a different container? I can go weeks without bathing. Again, not like you'd have a choice. I can't, so if you have to, If an infected person asked me to kill them before they turned, I would. Oh, that's getting moral compassy. Actually, I don't even know if I can do these. Well, if you're talking me or them in a situation where they're actively telling you, hey, like, and can you do this for me? Can you do me a favor? Kind of doesn't really feel like the choice is in my hands anymore. I would do this under the assumption that it was a consensual chopping of one's hand. I don't think I could chop off my own hand. I would definitely need somebody else to do that for me. And I definitely wouldn't want to be awake for that. I would kill a person to get their supplies. If they're actively... I would kill an unaffected person if they were threatening my group. Faux show. I would eat human. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I ain't searching for a cure. I mean, I'm just trying to get through the day. If I was infected, I would take my own life. Well, I wouldn't want to live as a zombie under the assumption that potentially I'm coherent during this, like the Last of Us zombies. Nope. 54 out of 100 checked. I got a 49%. That math don't math. Pretty sure I misread that. You have the makings of a bona fide survivor, but your enthusiasm and willingness to adapt may bite you in the butt. That is, if a zombie doesn't bite you first. More than likely, you will charge head first into a zombie fight, finding that you've been bitten off more than you can chew. You will probably last a good 6 months. More than enough time to learn how to properly hunt right before you meet your demise. Okay, buddy.
Just barricade the door. That's actually ignoring him, too.
I mean, neighbor insinuates someone you know.
What do you do now? Search nearby trailers. Probably search nearby trailers. Be the best. Stumble upon... Okay.
I do think searching nearby trailers is not a bad option. Start local, branch out.
I'm afraid since it's already locked, there's probably people in there. So many things could go wrong, so I just keep moving. If I found a tree, I would climb it. No questions asked. I would just climb it. Get away from the ground.
Wait, why?
Okay.
What was the question?
Find
You're
a
not
group
reading
of
the questions.
survivors.
You're on a back road. It's cold. With no shelter.
If I found a tree, I would climb it. No questions asked. I would just climb it.
Alright, and my options are start a fire.
Find a group of survivors.
Reluctant.
Take you in. What do you do? Threaten them? No, they're survivors. Beg them? No, I'm not that weak.
Yeah, I ain't no
Friend one. Follow them or befriend one.
It's kind of manipulative. I like it.
Steals your
I got
supplies
game.
while you're asleep. What do you first complain? Oh, they'll kick me out. Leave the group. That's stupid. Kill your prime suspect. They'd probably be aware, and it might not be the right one. Pretend you don't notice. Steal from... no. Pretend I don't notice.
Someone stole my supplies? I'm throwing hands. If I know who it is, if I don't know who it is, I gotta ask around. I gotta see what's going on.
And your friend are trapped inside a burning building, surrounded by walkers. What do you do now? Call for assistance, try to sneak out, leave your friend, feed friend to walker, exit building. Call for assistance.
Like how I zoomed into the face. What?
I would survive for 8 months.
You're telling me, 14-year-old me, in 2014, 11 years ago, would survive for 8 months and me now only 6 months? What am I doing? Chat, type L's in the chat. Doing YouTube for a little bit of months at this point. I make my own intro, outro. I was watching Shield Chaos at the time, and he had his own intro. Pretty sure. I think it was him. It might have been someone else. But creating my own intro and outro made me feel like I was doing something more professional than what I was really doing. But I was uploading really bad content. But I was trying. There was an attempt. That was my old YouTube channel name too, Deathbird101SP. I came up with that with help from my grandfather on my mother's side. I forget what his username was, but it was like Dead something. It was like, it reminded me of Dead Space. And so I knew I wanted something dead adjacent in the name, and I picked a bird at random. And so my name became Deathbird. And that's still something that I use today on Xbox, my profile. For a while, that was my username on my McDonald's mobile ordering app. So anytime I placed a mobile order, it said mobile order for Deathbird. And that was a little embarrassing, but we got over it.
Okay, guys. It is Death here. I am back with an episode. I don't know if it's going to be a good one, but I am here with
Self-aware.
I'm here with KK,
Hi.
CC,
Hi.
and Ghost again.
Hi.
Okay, that's...
So for those of you who don't know, Ghost is the current Travie Patty TV. He is my younger brother. And this is probably, I think, my first video that I posted on my channel with not just me in it, with me in like a group setting. KK. By the way, these are all names that they decided. It wasn't names that I gave them. KK would be my sister Kaylee. She was somebody that was supposed to appear in my game show video, but due to timing, she just wasn't able to appear in it. But this video is one that I'm pretty fond of. Not necessarily because it's a good video, but because it's nice to look back at the past and see how young we were. And we were just hanging out.
That's Ghost. We are doing a little tournament, or teams. It is me and KK on Team Delta, and it is CC and Ghost on Team Alpha. Let's
CC was Annabelle,
get started. Just take,
which she did appear in the video.
click the play. Okay. Now, Team 1 is whoever has the arrow keys. So you can choose your team, KK. Then you can pick your start.
Come on, Ghost. Kelly. What's your name?
I thought I was the other way.
He just called KK.
I was going the wrong way.
Shoot.
No.
Yay.
Seriously? Jump.
You're supposed to jump.
Yeah, W used to jump.
You should at least tell me.
This game is called One-on-One Soccer, and this game is found on www.
I keep on jumping.
Somebody is smashing that keyboard.
No, because we're tied.
Go. No. Come on.
We didn't really get to hang out a lot growing up, so this is one of the few times where we were like together hanging out. And towards the end, it was me and it was Travie Patty TV, Ghost, going head to head, and it was pretty back and forth. I'm not gonna finish the video. I'm pretty sure I won. Yeah, so as you can see there, I won. It really could have went either way, and I remember after the fact, we were all pretty jolted with energy and excited about it. But leaving 2014, I started playing Halo 1 for my channel. Like I said, at the time I was playing it consistently back to back. I'm pretty sure Travis was holding the camera for me. I only got 3 parts into the game. But Halo has always been a game that I've always been pretty fond of. So playing it again recently with my brother, now that he's older, we can play on our own consoles, on TV. You don't have to split screen. It's been a pretty fun, very enjoyable experience. And we've never played Halo not being in the same room before, and it definitely gives a little bit of a different vibe to the game as well. In 2015, I posted a game of me playing Madden on my phone. I downloaded an app called Mobizon, and it let me record stuff on my phone. Game changer, by the way, for me at this time. Having only recorded on my camera on my phone before, being able to record actually what's on the screen, it opened my eyes up to different possibilities and different games I could play. I started playing a lot of mobile games on the Google Play Store. Didn't have an iPhone at the time. Brought me from Geometry Dash to Magic Piano. In 2014, posting from Earn to Die all the way up into Halo, my channel got 796 views with 14 hours of watch time, and I had 4 subscribers. Best video at the time was the one-on-one soccer, which, yeah, it's a great experience. But from 2015 all the way up until 2016, having learned how to record off of the screen on my phone, I still didn't know how to record on consoles. So I still posted videos like this. And in the height of 2016, I posted a I'm back video.
Wipe it off.
Okay, it's there. Okay, remember? Now we can't see ourselves this time. So we just have to go through it, okay? Yeah, go.
Before I let this video play on, I obviously, in 2015, I posted like a handful of videos. In 2016, didn't really do much better. Still very inconsistent. At this point, as far as lore dropping, I had started to live with my father instead of my mother. So I wasn't able to see my younger brother as much. So anytime I did see him, it's because we would have to visit each other in order to see each other. We'd no longer live together. So in one of the times where he came over and we started hanging out, we got to talking, decided, hey, YouTube, that thing, I kind of miss it. You miss it? Yeah, we on the same page? Let's start recording shit again. And then we came up with this. We had practiced it beforehand.
Okay, remember? Now we can't see ourselves this time. So we just have to go through it. Yeah, go. And after that, what do you do after that? Okay, after you do that, go with it. Go. Right now,
I'm tapping you through the air.
oh, don't touch. You still hit me. After you hit me, you do something else.
Just two bros hanging out, pretending to beat the shit out of each other. So between the 2 years of 2015 up until 2016, my channel got a little more views, a little bit more watch time, a little bit more subscribers. So I think I was around the 20 subscriber mark at this point. 2017, views, watch time, subscribers, I definitely had a jump towards the end of the year. As far as the start of the year onward, very little movement. My most popular video during this time was me trying Musician for the first time. Which, if you go to the video now, currently, it is still my most popular video, unfortunately, with almost 20,000 views. Nothing else on my channel comes close to that. It's an 8-minute video of me going on a tutorial of trying an app that was going around on like YouTube ads, and I was seeing advertisement for it on like other stuff. I was also very new at guitar, I think, at the time, and so I used a new app to edit this video as well. As you can see, at this point in time, I also had a new intro. I think I had a new outro. I think it had something to do with Christmas presents.
Hey, Internet. So I can't record audio from you, and so I'm using this to record my voice.
I had a very similar setup recently during a Far Cry video that I was trying to record. Didn't really work out, so I went back to this.
Cool. We'll line up some songs for you now. First, let's tune up so Musician can hear what you play.
Hopefully that's loud enough. I think I'm into it.
We'd like to offer you a free premium trial. You'll get unlimited lesson time.
Nope!
Access to thousands of songs. So go ahead.
Get out of here!
Musician. Guitar music's written in tablature or tab. This shows you the strings on your guitar, with the thickest string nearest to you and the thinnest string furthest away. The number tells you which fret to play. Here's the same string, fret 3.
That means the next one's going to be perfect.
Now let's try a few notes on the second thinnest string.
I like how I have to look. I told you it was going to be perfect.
Alright, let's play the same thing, but in a song. Don't worry if you miss notes, just play what you can.
So also, clearly, I'm struggling with audio balancing certain things, which is still something I seem to struggle with. But yeah, it's very short. That's my outro I was talking about, little present thing. A very short video, me playing the guitar. I didn't have a whole lot of experience playing the guitar at this point. I forget when exactly I started to learn, but putting it on my channel was a way for me to have an excuse to keep playing it at the time. 2018, my channel started to pick up a little bit more overall. It definitely had that jump at the beginning of the year / the last of last year. As you can see, I started to post just a little bit more videos than I was normally posting. It was also the first year on my channel that I had completed a whole series. I played a game called Hey Love Adam, and I took a minute to beat the game, but I beat the game. It was a text-based game, so it had its own story of I wouldn't really be able to tell you what the story was. It's been a minute. But I also started for the first time learning how to create thumbnails. Most of these were random photos. There was an app called YouTube Thumbnail Maker, and I would type in a general idea of like what I would want. It would give me suggested photos for the background, and then I would proceed to put part something on it. And I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but it was a change from it just being random screen grabs of random moments that YouTube picked for me. Still using that intro.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another amazing video. So before we start, I want to point out two things. One, I got a little spotlight on me. That way it's easier to see my face. Because if I
Still do that.
you can barely see me. But if I do this, that's the light. You can actually see my face, and it's a lot.
I'm pretty sure the spotlight I was using was more so an older phone of mine with the flashlight turned on. Or it might have been this little frickin' AAA battery switch.
Better. And that's actually what I'm using. It's my old phone. Not sure if you can see it, but I hope that it works. That every decision you make can have an influence on the story. Great. Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Zoe. Did you realize that it's been 2 weeks since we last spoke, do you? Has it been that long? It's only been a few minutes for me. Seriously? She's upset. I was getting bored without any of your gossip. The last time this happened, it was because of a guy. Weird. Zoe's my best friend. I still haven't spoken to her. Adam. We have a lot to catch up on.
I'm a very socially awkward person, so having to read very consistently, obviously I hadn't thought this whole playlist out through at the time, because having to read made me feel really weird. So I feel like I was trying too hard sometimes and not trying hard enough other times. There was never a middle ground that I could find. I do think in a later video, I start doing voices for the characters.
This is the dog. It is on my bed now. It's really cute. Want to say hi? The lady has her sights set on a young man. More or less. That's all I get. Are you going out after the cinema? Wait, me and Adam are dating?
But yeah, my most popular video during this year was, again, me playing musician. They weren't watching that long of the video, but 6,000 people clicked on it. And then if you scroll further down, that entire playlist I have of me having played that game through the first series I completed on my channel, obviously didn't do very well. 2019, that was probably my most successful year on YouTube. And probably up until as of recently was my most consistent time on YouTube. Very least at the start of the year, that's how it was. I turned 19 this year, I graduated high school this year, and I started my first job. After a couple of months, I also started my first semester of college. In high school, working a full-time job, and going to college classes full-time for business management. And again, most successful video is musician with even less watch time per view. As y'all can tell, not super proud of that video, especially because when most people look at my channel for the first time, that's probably what pops up. A little embarrassing, probably makes people not want to watch my channel. I will say for this year, the series that I had posted the previous year, Hey Love Adam, it did start to pick up. For some reason, almost 2,000 people watched the ending of that series, which I thought is a little weird. You're telling me you have like 10 to 15 videos of a series and they only watched the last episode? A little weird. And towards the end of the year, you can't really see it. I have to scroll down for y'all to see it. I finally learned how to record on a console. I started to record 10-minute segment videos. So like a third of the way through the year, I learned how to finally record on consoles. I learned how to record 10-minute videos on Xbox One, combine them together, and that was the only video I made. Towards the end of the year, I recorded Halo Reach with my younger brother for the first time. We got a little bit through the campaign, and we did a practice level against each other, just a one-on-one match. See how it was going to work, see how the editing was going to work. Pretty much enjoyed it. The problem at this point was that I had moved out at this time, and I was still in a relationship. I didn't get to see my younger brother as much. I was also on medication at the time. I had already gotten my diagnosis. So a lot of my time, effort, and energy took place dealing with the mental struggles and hurdles that I was trying to overcome and devoting a lot of my time into my relationship that I was in at the time. Which ultimately led to 2020. I didn't post anything at all. And then in 2021, when my relationship ended, I threw myself into YouTube as a very unhealthy obsession to cope with what I had lost at the time and how much it meant to me. I started posting response videos, which were videos at the time that I was watching other people post, like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, people like them. They were responding to Reddit stuff, TikTok stuff. I was hopping on a trend. I didn't know any better. I didn't know what I was doing. My heart was hurting and I was looking for an outlet. I went to the archives and I posted this video, which I'd never posted in 2019. I started writing music, which on the low end I was already doing before to some extent, but I wrote Who's to Say. Who's to say that I loved you? And Stay With Me. Every time you walked away from me, but now I see I made my mistakes. I just want you to stay. This video I posted at the very end of the year that I had recorded around the same time as these, but just never edited it. At the end of this year, I had made a decision that I was done with YouTube. I decided I wasn't going to post ever again. From 2022 to 2024, all the way up until November 2025, I didn't post a single video. I threw myself into my job. I had developed a drinking problem at the time, and I was just powering through it the best way I could. I stopped taking my medication. I stopped seeking help. I was very closed off with a lot of my family, and my life just revolved around work strictly. At the start of 2025, that's when things kind of hit a breaking point for me, and I had to start making different decisions in order to better myself, to be somebody that I felt like was deserving of love. In November of 2025, I had rationalized that doing YouTube, posting videos, what it means to me to be able to post these videos, to make the content that I'm making, it became an outlet for me that I'm still actively using, but in a lot more of a healthy way. It was something that I used to enjoy. It was something that I've always wanted to do to some extent. It was something that I had forgotten about in light of being on different medications, in light of having gone to therapy, in light of losing my best friend due to the decisions that I feel like I had made. I realized that it's more about when you're going through certain things, the way that you handle it, your coping mechanisms, having a hobby, having something that you can put your time, effort, and energy into. At the end of the day, I make these videos because it's something that I enjoy to do, and it gives me a healthy outlet. And it's something that I can share with other people in the hope that in some way, shape, or form it can be an outlet for somebody else. It's definitely been a journey. There's definitely been highs, lows, inconsistency. But coming back to YouTube with a new perspective on certain things, with the goal to post at least one video a week, that's something that I feel like I try to post every 3 or 4 days, but I made the commitment to post one video a week. The one time I've slipped up with that was due to some weather complications and just not really having the time to record. Lots of people were having to miss work, rightfully so, because how are you going to get to work when it's ice in the middle of Texas? We don't know how to drive in the snow. I love y'all's feedback. I love interacting with you guys. Of this year, my channel's performed better than it has ever. A lot of that, and it might not seem like a big deal to some people, and I understand in the grand scheme of things, my channel is so low on the tier list as far as performing compared to a lot of other people, but being able to see the numbers grow, being able to see the people, like certain people come back to watch my videos, it's an amazing feeling. And I understand that there's a trap there. I don't want to get too tied up on the numbers. I don't want that. Like, I don't want the stats to affect me in a negative way. And I am conscious and I am self-aware over that. But the number that really matters, genuinely, is my subscriber count. I have 137 people that are subscribed to my channel. That was a choice that they made. They could have subscribed to anybody. They subscribed to me. Thank y'all. For anybody who's seen this that isn't subscribed, thank you. I appreciate all of you. I know the latter half of this video was more so of me rambling and talking and less so about me reacting. There were a lot of birds making noises, and so it kind of got in the way of me being able to fully react to the videos, because I kept having to stop and sit here for like 4 or 5 minutes at a time just to wait for the birds to stop chirping outside. Now I don't have my headphones on so I can hear them, but I'll stop rambling. I'll end the video. Just the journey's been amazing. And I have y'all to thank for that. And I hope that y'all have an amazing day. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.